Well, I won a pretty win, but it was a win. we got a lot of room for improvement, but that's I guess that's to be expected on November 12th. So I was proud of our guys for getting it out and making free throws when we had to, and finishing. We talked to them about finishing practices, all year, and since we started on October 15th, I thought we took a step forward in the finishing department tonight. So I think that's a good sign. There's a lot of good things we can take from tonight, and a lot of things we can take and get better from. So I'm proud of the way we finished.
Speaking of finishing, free throw shooting was a little off to start the game, but they made them down the stretch and that count.
They made it when they had to, and I've done a bad job as a coach in terms of getting enough reps in. We haven't done very little free throw shooting in practice just because our time is so precious right now as far as getting our system in, our drills. Do you shoot free throws or do a defensive drill? Well, I want to do a defensive drill, and so I told our guys they have to get in the gym on their own some, and that's free throw shooting is a personal thing, but this is a good free throw shooting team. All the returners were good, good free throw shooters last year, so I don't expect that to be an issue with this team. But tonight they made them when they had to.
Did you warn the guys about Gilchrist? Did you?
Yeah. I mean, we knew coming in. I think that in the exhibition games he averaged 16 shot attempts, in both those, averaging. So we knew he was their guy. He was their go-to guy. Yeah, we told him he's fast. He's big time fast, and I just thought we gave him too many open looks. He made some tough shots, and I don't mind the shots he made that were over our hand. But we said we have to make him work for everything, and we have to be a better team. We have to be better team defenders instead of just individual one-on-one defenders. Because sometimes great offense is going to beat great defense one-on-one, but it's hard for great offense to beat great team defense over a 40-minute stretch. And I think that's where we got to get better.
He had 10 points in the first 5 minutes of the second half. What adjustment did you make? Because he didn't score again until the game was.
I'm not sure we made an adjustment. I just kept challenging our guys, and we tried different guys on him. I mean, Nate had him. I thought Shannon did a good job in a stretch there in the second half on him. Really helped shut him down. Corey was on him. Alec was on him. So we tried different guys. It's not like we just went with one guy. But again, I think a lot of it, again, when he drives to the basket and splits our whole defense and lays it in, that's not just on the guy guarding the ball. It's on everybody. But I'm not sure we made any adjustments other than just challenging our guys every immediate timeout to take it personal and take some pride.
Pretty pleased with Robertson, first time out.
Yeah, 11 rebounds in 21 minutes is pretty, and we knew coming in that Andre, that's one thing he brought to the table. He averaged 12 a game in high school, and he's got a nose for the ball. So was really pleased with his production. I thought he left his feet a little bit too much, too quickly on defense. But he's a quick jumper, and he's got a nose for the ball, and Andre's going to keep getting better and better. It's freshmen, you got a little bit more understanding when they make mistakes because you expect it. Some of our veterans, we gotta tighten things up, and they should know better by now. But again, it's the first game of the year, so we're not mid-season form, and I don't expect us to be, but I expect us to learn and get better from tonight.
What were your emotions tonight?
I was, before the game, I was nervous. I mean, as a coach, I told somebody, as a player, you felt like you could go out and have an effect on the game in terms of running up and down and guarding and rebounding and shooting and passing. But as a coach, you can't do any of those things. You just have to hope your guys are prepared and ready to play. And I think we were. I just think, again, it's also new to them, and from defensively, from I think what they've been asked to do in the past. So, but my emotions were all over the board, from nervousness to excitement to frustration, all the above.
How big was Levi's game off the bench?
Oh, it was terrific. Yeah, Levi Knudsen was the difference in the second half. I told our team that after the game in the locker room. I thought Levi gave us great minutes, and both offensively and defensively. He guarded in the post, and he got inside the zone, and we had some really good zone offense possessions in the second half when he was in there, and we had some great defensive possessions in the second half. We just didn't have enough of them, and we broke down too much. And that's where the discipline comes in. But I thought Levi was the difference in the game in the second half, quite frankly.
He has 4 guys in double figures, another with 9. Is that
type of balance that you're hoping to see on a nightly basis?
Makes it a lot harder to prepare for us when you got multiple options. And again, everybody knows what Corey can do, everybody knows what Alec can do. But I think when we get balance in our scoring, it bodes well for this team. So rather than having 2 guys with 30 and a bunch of guys in single digits, I'd rather have balance. But again, game to game, that might differ. I like the tempo of the game, and I'm glad they came in and wanted to run with us a little bit. But 80 points at home is too much. We're going to get better there.
Nate got the start. Was that a close competition between him and Shannon?
We got 6 starters on this team, and probably with Levi 7 now, and Andre the way he rebounded 8. I mean, we have an 8-person rotation right now, and I think I thought Trey Eckloff had great minutes in the first half off the bench. We threw Ben in there because Ben's been practicing really well. And again, he's going to be a work in progress. And we got Javon Coney, who's a guy who I've got confidence in to throw in there. But I think in terms of our main rotation, we got 8 guys. So it's not about Shannon or Nate. I pulled both of them in the office today and just said, hey, don't get caught up into who starts and who doesn't. You're both going to play a lot of minutes, and you're both very important to this program. So I wouldn't read a lot into who starts. It's about who finishes, really.
Your rotation was a little loose the first half. Is that something you're going to tighten up as you start in the second half?
No, yeah, again, I think in the first half, if you're going to play a guy in the game, you want to get him in the game in the first half. And I try to get everybody in the game, at least to get their sweats off, get up and down a little bit, because you never know if you're going to need them in the second half or not. And then in the second half, we did shorten the bench, and we shortened our rotation. And again, you'll see that a lot, I think. And it might be a different rotation based on the night. But I'd like to get as many guys in early in that first half as we can. Number 1 is to stay fresh, but number 2 is to kind of get those guys so that if you do need them in the second half, you're not throwing them in there cold, and that's kind of unfair to kids, I think. Happened to me as a player. I didn't like it, so try to at least get them in there for a little bit.
You acknowledged the student section at the end of the game. What kind of role are they going to play moving forward?
Oh, they're huge. I thought the crowd was terrific tonight. Not just the student section, but the community, and I was really pleased. And I just felt like, this place could be a great place to watch college basketball. And what makes college basketball such a special sport is the students, and they can have an effect on the game. But I was really proud of the turnout. I wanted to thank them personally. I wish I'd have done it a little earlier before the alma mater so I could have talked to all of them. But we're going to need them this year, and it's going to be critical for they can have an effect on the game. I thought they did tonight when we got our run going. It got loud in there, and they give a lot of energy to our players.
Thanks,